Alright, what's up guys? Wanted to make a quick video. I just wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think that there is a money making gene? I don't know what it is, but some people just cannot make money for the life, I don't know, for the life of them. And here I am, like, I can look at something and see 100 different solutions. But a person can look at the same exact thing and cannot come up with one, not even one solution. Like, I can look at a deal and see like 5 different ways to put the deal together, or maybe 100 different ways where it can work. There's a lot of times people bring things to me and I look at it and I'll be like, yo, this is a deal. And they'll look at it like, look at me like I'm crazy, and then I'll close the deal. I don't know what it is, but like, what causes that? And another thing, like, my brain is constantly thinking of how to make more money. Even though I'm in a good position right now, I don't really have to work. Like, I could chill for a few months, maybe like a year. I could chill. Everything's good. I mean, I'm not like super wealthy or anything like that, but I don't have to work every single day. You know, and I just don't know if there is. And I believe there is. And if you believe there is, comment below. I want to know if you're like me. Do you actually constantly think of ways to solve problems and make money? Like, even when I was a young kid, 11, 12, 13 years old, I would knock on people's doors and ask people, do they need their kids to have a tutor? I would just go and knock on building doors and ask people, do they want their kids to have a tutor? And I would only take on first graders and second graders because I knew I could do adding and then subtracting and division. Like, those kids, they get like easy work. And then I would charge those parents. Like, I had one kid that I tutored. His father paid me $80 a week just to help him with his homework. $80 a week. And typically that was for like 1 hour. So I would get 4 kids like that. Now, he was the highest paid one, but most parents, they would only pay like $20 to $40 a week. But this one guy, he was paying me $80 a week for 1 hour per day. And then I had like 3 more hours to get 3 other students in, and I would help them, and I would charge the parents between $20 and $40 a week. So I was making like over $150 a week just by tutoring a couple kids. And I mean, I'm helping them with their homework. While I'm helping them with their homework, I'm also doing my homework. And then whenever they need help, they would come to me and I would explain it to them, and they would go back to doing their work, and their grades would stay up because we're all doing work together. I'm doing my work. I'm getting my work accomplished. But I was generating income. It's not till later on I figured out, okay, but my time is tied up. How can I free up my time? And my brain is always circulating. How can I make this money? How can I make this money? How can I make this money? How can I make it better? So I got to a certain age where, I'm still young. I used to just go to these electronic stores, and I would go to the owners and I would ask them, hey, what do you have in here that is not moving? Because I heard about eBay, and I opened up an account with eBay. I'm like, wow, so people are just buying and selling things to this eBay thing. eBay was brand new. So I would go to the store. I needed products. So I went to these store owners and I asked them, listen, do you have any dead items, anything that's not moving, any products that's dead inventory? They would say, yeah, actually, let me show you. So I would walk with them. They would go to the back there and they would show me all the stuff that's not moving. So at that point, I would ask them, okay, do you mind if I take some pictures of these things? Because I think I might have buyers for you. So they said, yeah, take as many pictures as you want. So I would take pictures, go home, post. I would go home and look up what they're selling for on eBay. And then I would post them up for sale a little bit less. Next thing you know, I'm sleeping. I wake up, check my email. All these items sold. I'm like, holy snap. So now I got to run back to the store owner. Well, first I got to run to the bank because when these people pay, the money goes directly into my PayPal debit card. So I would run to the bank, pull out the money, run to the store, pay the owner, take all these items, run to the post office, ship them off immediately. So then I was like, okay, things are selling while I'm sleeping. This frees up a lot of my time. And then a lot of the items that they have were like duplicate items, you know, items that they had multiple of. So what I would do is just repost the ad. Took me like 2 seconds to repost the ad. Takes no time. So now my time is freed up. Only thing was killing my time now is running to the post office and running to the stores. So then I got smarter at doing that. How can I make this better? How can I make more money? So now as the money was coming in more and more, I decided instead of making a bunch of trips and every time I get paid, run to the store, run to the bank, and then run to the store, buy the item, and then run to the post office, what I would do at that point was I would just buy everything. And I carried everything home. And then once they sell, now I would just run to the post office because the post office takes the debit card. So now I don't have to go to the bank anymore, and I don't have to go to the store owner anymore because I'm just buying a whole bunch of stuff all at once. And so now that freed more time. So now I'm like, okay, how can I free more time and make more money? So the eBay thing went on for a while and I was making good profits. But in my head, it's still, how can I make more? How can I do more? How can I make more? Now I'm helping these people by getting rid of their dead inventory, and I'm helping people get the product they want at a decent price because I market less than what everything else is selling. So they're getting it at those buyers are getting a great price, and sellers are getting rid of something that they don't need and that's taking up space. So I'm solving problems on both ends. So that's how my brain thinks. Okay, how can I help this person and that person and bring them together? Help both of them. And so later on, I ran into some guys who were, I went into this office one time. I was selling pictures door to door, and I went to pitch this office. And before I went in the office, there was all kinds of cars outside. I mean, there was Lambos, there were Corvettes, there were Maseratis, there were Bentleys, there were, you name it, every kind of car. It looked like a high-end car lot, but it was an office building. I go in there and I see these guys. It was like they were trading stocks. And I'm like, wow, these guys are making a lot of money. All kinds of cars are outside. So at that point, I decided I need to learn about stocks. I need to learn about stocks. And then also at the time, there was like a real estate boom. I mean, there were different developments going up everywhere. People were buying houses like crazy. And I always thought, man, I need to learn about real estate. Stocks and real estate. This is why today I trade stocks and I invest in real estate. But the concept remains the same. Solving problems and just buying for a smaller price, a less price, and then selling to someone else at a price a little bit lower than retail and moving the product fast. So this is why I got into the real estate. Now I go out and I find beat up properties. These properties need work, so I find the owner, put the property under contract. Let's say, for instance, the property's worth $300,000. The owner doesn't want the property. The owner just wants to get rid of it because it's a problem for him. Maybe the taxes are killing him. Maybe he just can't afford the mortgage. Whatever the case may be, there's a problem. So I figure out what the problem is and I try to solve that problem. But I also try to get it at a price where I can make a profit. Because you really can't help people. I mean, you could help people and not make a profit, but I'm in it to make a profit and help people. So I'm not a nonprofit organization. So I have to make a profit. So I find these properties and I put them under contract, take the same contract, and I go sell it to someone else who's willing to buy the property and make the bulk of the money. And so that's what I do with the real estate. But again, man, I didn't just start with real estate. It was always something in my mind that's always a drive or a fire. And it makes me think, like, is there a gene? Is there a gene that's a money gene? I want to know. Maybe like humans are just not advanced enough. But imagine if all babies, when babies are born, they just do a quick DNA test and they know, okay, this guy right here, he's got the money gene. Let's just start teaching him stocks and real estate at the time he's 4 years old or 5 years old or whatever, when he's born. Just start exposing him to stocks and real estate because this is something he naturally is going to love because he's got the DNA, he's got the gene for it. So like in China, these young kids, when they're born, they give them a test to see their physical abilities. Some of them have superior strength. Like some babies have superior strength. I don't know what it is. Like my boy now, he's got superior strength. He's like a little kid and he just grabs the table and he starts doing pull-ups. I'm like, what in the hell? He starts doing pull-ups on the table. I'm like, how does he even do that? And there's some babies who can't do that. They can't pull themselves up like that. Like he does it with ease and he's just doing it like it's fun. He's just doing pull-ups on the table. He just grabs the table with his bare hands and he just starts pulling up. I don't know. Maybe he has some gene that we haven't discovered that he's just like, maybe he'll be a great gymnast or somebody who could do flips, aerobics and stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe he might have my money gene. But I wish there was a way to test these things and figure out, okay, does this guy have the money gene? Does he have, like, some people are just like great surgeons, doctors, does he have that gene? Like, there's so much we don't know. But right now, what I'm trying to figure out is, do you believe that there is a money gene? Do you think you have this money gene? Do you constantly think of making money all the time and how to improve and do more all the time? Even when you don't need the money, your brain is always thinking, okay, my next generation might need the money. My great grandson might need the money. So let me build it for them before they're even here. That's how I am. I'm always thinking. I'm always on my feet. I'm always trying to produce more, even though I don't need more. But the people around me need more. And I don't know what it is about other people. Like this young lady who called me today wanting to borrow $1,500. And I'm like, okay, so where do you live? How many bedrooms do you have? Oh, I have 2 bedrooms. Do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. So you have 2 bedrooms and you need money? Yeah. I'm like, Craigslist is here. You could just post an ad and rent out a room. You could collect first and last, and your money problems are over. This $1,500 is done. You could have it by the end of the week. Because in your area, a room will rent for $800 a month. You literally could post an ad right now and collect first and last, and your money issues are over with. And so she laughed. And like, for me, I can look at something and see 1,000 different ways. I mean, you can Airbnb that 1 bedroom. You can or you literally could rent out both rooms and sleep on the couch. You're a single person. It's just you. Why do you need a 2 bedroom? You know what I mean? But some people are going to say, oh, I'm a woman. Oh, these people might sexually harass me. Or they find every problem to the solution instead of finding the solution to the problem and making the money cash flow every month. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just want to know if there is a money gene, because I really believe I got it. Like, you could take everything away from me today, and I guarantee you I will find a seller. I will find a buyer. You can put me on the North Pole. Well, maybe not the North Pole. But even if you put me on the North Pole and I have the internet and I have a phone, I will find a buyer and a seller. And I will put them together and I will make that difference. And I will do it again and again and again and again and again. And sooner or later, my bank account will be just as fat as it was before. Because I'm always thinking of how to improve and how to serve and how to solve problems, basically. Make problems go away. I'm a problem solver. So I don't know. If you guys feel like there is a money gene, comment below. If you feel like you always create a way, let's start a group. Let's start a team. Let's make more money together. Because I know the more manpower we have, the more we can build quicker. So I don't know if you're that way. Just like I was thinking, how can people join the army or the Navy or whatever and go fight and willing to die for their country? It's got to be a DNA or a gene inside of them that gives them that ability. I don't have that ability. I am not going to war for nobody that's not my immediate family. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll die right now for my family, my sons, my kids, if I had a wife, if I have a mother, if I have a father, anyone immediate, of course, it's a given. But me go fight for a country, I'd rather make money if I have a choice. But what makes me choose making money? Just like the movie Forrest Gump. This guy believed he needed to die on that soil. Dan, right? That was his name. He believed because he was, this was his destiny. He believed this is where he needed to die. And this guy, Forrest Gump, ruined those genes. It was in his DNA. So, I don't know. Is there a DNA that causes people to die for their country? Is there a DNA? Like, I don't have some of these other DNAs. I know I don't. Like, some people say, oh, you're so cold, or well, it's not a matter of being cold. Like, Like this young lady, she needs a 1,500. It's not like I don't have the 1,500. I just know I'm not a nonprofit organization. I'm not going to help you with no $1,500. You will produce your own $1,500 on your own, because my end goal is to build this money up, compound it and compound it and compound it for the next 20 years. And maybe in 20 years I'll be a philanthropist. But right now, I am not a philanthropist. I cannot be giving money away. I've loaned a couple people money and I've never heard from them ever again. You might be another one. I am not going to take a risk in loaning you out money and then not getting it back. I just loaned someone $3,900. Next thing I know, the day of, she tells me I won't be able to pay you back. the day before the loan is due. So now I'm looking at it like, okay. So, I'm not in the business of giving out loans right now. So, not to be cold or not to be mean to her, but I'd rather teach her how to make money. So I told her, listen, you got $1,500. You're just not being creative. Stop trying to borrow money and start creating money. Because you don't have anything. You don't have collateral. You don't have anything. Just so you know, in this planet, it's only the people who are doing well that gets loans, because they will be able to pay it back. Everyone's trying to make money. This is a financial planet. You can't have no finances and want loans. This planet will not work out for you. So before you do that, learn how to make money. But then she's like, oh, I got this. I got medical issues. Listen, don't give me none of that. You got a 2-bedroom. You can rent both rooms out if you really wanted to make money. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to make money, you would rent both rooms out and sleep on the couch until you get ahead. Then you can kick everybody out, and now you're good to go. Let both rooms be rented. You sleep on the couch if you have to. Do whatever it takes. It's not like I haven't slept in my car before. It's happened. But I knew what I needed to do. And she tells me, oh, I have a dog. I can't, I'm like, give the dog up. Either both of you and the dog are going to be homeless, or you give the dog up and you rent the 2 rooms out and you save yourself. And people will say, oh, that's cold, bro. You're cold. No, it's not cold. Matter of fact, it's going to be a better situation for the dog if the dog has a family with a nice warm house, because you're going to be out in the cold pretty soon. So you choose your path. It's not on me to loan you the money. I will tell you how to solve your problem. It's up to you to take that advice and not put yourself in a situation where you cannot solve your problems. But you have plenty of solutions. It's a beautiful dog. Give it to a beautiful owners that will love them. They will love the dog, and the dog will have a better life. I've had a dog before. I couldn't take care of the dog. The dog was sleeping with me in my car. And that was not the life for the dog. So I got the dog a better life, and I fixed myself up. And now I could buy as many dogs as I want, and I can give them a great life. But before, I couldn't do that. Sometimes you got to take a step backwards to move forward, and it's just how it is. That's life. Learning curves. You got to take some hits, and you got to learn. But that's how life is. You're going to take some blows. There's going to be some failures in order to get to success. There are failures. I failed a few times. I failed a lot of times. But that doesn't stop me. I use the failure as fuel. Power myself up. Pick myself up. And I make things happen. All right, so this is it. I'm not going to make this too long. But if you guys feel like there is a gene out there, a money gene, and if you feel you got that gene, comment below. Put your email down. I'll contact you. Let's stay in touch, because maybe we can help these people who don't have this gene. Maybe we're put here to help these people without money. But we don't know this either. But if we collaborate and we collect a bulk load of money, we can help everybody. Maybe we're supposed to be here to do that, but we don't know. Like humans, we refuse to learn more about ourselves, learn more about what we can do, our abilities. I know I have a special ability. Like, you can put me in anywhere on earth, and I guarantee you I will find a buyer and a seller, and I will make the money in between. And I'll find them very quick. I'll find the fastest thing I can buy and sell, or the fastest thing I could put under contract. And now that I know I can make money without money, oh my God, it's a game changer. Before, I always thought you need money to make money. Now I'm buying houses with $0 and I'm selling them and making a profit. How crazy is that? People say, well, how do you buy properties with $0? That's impossible. There's no properties that cost $0. Of course, there's no properties that cost $0. But what I do is I find a $300,000 property or $400,000. It doesn't matter where you are. It could be a $40,000. Like, I've done $40,000 properties. I put it under contract for $35,000, and then I find someone else who wants it for $40,000, and I make $5,000. But fixed up, the property's worth like $80,000. So now the end buyer is happy as hell because he's only going to put like 10, 15 grand into the property. He paid 40 for it. He put 15 in it. That's 55, but it's worth 80. So he's got equity, and he's got a brand new house, and he's renting it out and collecting monthly cash flow from it. So it's a win-win for him. And the person who needed to sell it, the property was vacant. It wasn't collecting any rent. There was mold in there. There was all kind of mildew, floods, and the ceilings had leaks. They didn't have the money to fix that. It was a problem. So I solved their problem, and I found someone with the cash. I put the deal under contract for $35,000. I took that same contract, and it cost me $0 to put a deal under contract. $0. So I take that same contract, and I sold the contract to someone else for $40,000. Made a quick $5,000. That's how you make money with $0 in real estate. And then once you start making money through real estate, you take that money, dump it into a trading account, and you start buying stocks. When the stocks goes low, you buy. The minute it starts ripping through the sky, you sell. You take that profit. So stocks and real estate, this is what I do. I don't know. I've always came across, the reason I'm asking if there is a money gene is because, now mind you, this gene's been inside of me all this time, right? But I never knew about stocks or real estate. But the second I came across this office with all these cars out in front of it, and then I walked into the office, I saw these guys, what they're doing. They're just sitting there trading. Immediately, something inside of me was like, that's what I need to do. So maybe there is a specific stock trading or real estate investing gene, and I may have both. Who knows? But I know the money gene, I got it for sure. I don't know if it's a stock gene or a real estate gene. Like, some of you are natural entrepreneurs. That's that money gene. You refuse to work for other people. You cannot sit 8 hours a day listening to other people tell you what to do, when to go to the bathroom, when to go on vacation. You got to ask permission to take a day off. And you got to let them know days in advance to take a day off. How can someone live like that? But thousands of people are living like this every day. I don't understand it, and I will never understand it. I've done it, and I just can't understand for the life of me how someone else can do this. But if you can do it, maybe you have the DNA or the genes for it. Me, I don't have that. Like, I can't go to war and kill people. I mean, I could go to war for my family if there's some danger. I can defend my family, but just to be like, hey, join this army and we'll fly you overseas and we'll kill some people. I can't do that. Those people did nothing to me. So I can't do anything to them. Maybe some people have that DNA and they could just do that. Me, I just don't. That's not in my DNA. My DNA is I have the money DNA. I can make money. You could send me over to that same country and I'll make money. But yeah, I can't just go to a country and kill people. That like, who has that kind of DNA to just go to war and shoot up people? I don't understand it, but some people do. You know what I mean? So it's just I don't know. I think we're born with certain qualities and certain DNAs, and maybe we're not doing enough to figure out what some people are born with. And so some people are being born, and then some of them are having abortions, and some of them are being killed as babies, and we just don't know their potential. Imagine if the minute a baby is born, we know exactly their potential. We can just give them a quick test, and boom, we could see, okay, this person's going to be great. Now, imagine if someone had just tested me and like, wow, he's got the entrepreneurial gene. So let's start showing him everything business at the time he's 2 years old. So by the time I'm 5 years old, I could have been flipping houses and trading some stocks, making billions of dollars for different, for society and myself. But we never figured this out. We still don't know if there is. I know there is, because there's a fire inside of me that's always driven. But I wonder when we're going to figure out those type of genes and genetics. Again, if you guys feel below that you do have this money DNA, this money gene inside of you running through your veins, if you feel like I could put you in any part of the country or any part of the world and you will produce income, if you feel that, if you know that you can do this, like me, you could put me anywhere. I'm going to find a buyer and a seller. I don't care if I got to start off selling bricks or dirt to people. I will round up some dirt, wait for it to rain, and if their house is about to get flooded, I'm going to sell them some damn dirt, bags of dirt, so their house doesn't get flooded. Like, things like that, I always think, like, how would I start from zero? I don't know. I'll wait for a flood. I'll bag up a whole bunch of dirt and sand, and I'll sell it to these homeowners who's about to get flooded. They'll buy it, and then I'll make money. I don't know. I'll create some way. You see how my brain thinks? Like, I'll just figure it out. Anyways, again, comment below if you feel that you are that type of person, and we'll talk some more later. All right, guys? All right. So enjoy your days.